Hello and welcome back to Tomb Raider 2 with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. So here we have a interesting setup. We are in the dressing room, and indeed that means, well, numerous things. But the thing is, if we drop down here, there's no way of getting back up. Well, almost. You will see here a giant crate with the Fiaminera symbol on it. I wasn't kidding about this symbol showing up throughout the game. And what we want to do with this crate is push it outwards. So outside of the three things we just broke, you'll also see an elevated platform here as well. And a door. Granted, well, two doors in this area, so yeah. But we cannot do much else. You may also hear a whirring noise. Those are fans further in, so yeah. As you can see, nothing much else down here, so let's push this block out of the way then. As far as we can do anyway. Not very far, of course, because, of course, there isn't much here. Except for that crate, so yeah. I know we cannot go through there either, so let's not even bother with that. Let's indeed head down this way and into this room. Now, be careful. Once you pull this switch, there will be a slope, which will lead us to where the fans are. And needless to say, Lara will get chopped to death if she even touches one of them, so yeah. We want to be careful, in other words. So, jump off just before Lara touches that fan to get this key. It will be very important for later. And then make our way up through this room. Again, there isn't much else to do other than get the next secret. So yeah, so the next thing we want to do is jump onto this slope here. Now you're probably better off sliding down forwards, because sliding down backwards with Lara is not a good idea unless you know how to backflip, which I do, thankfully. There are also some rats inside these tunnels and whatnot, so let's get rid of them next. And then make our way over to the next one. Now here is a very tricky jump. What we want to do is firstly save our game, absolutely. But if you mess up this jump, Lara will go sliding down into the abyss there. Another thing you can do is backflip, but I don't know if there's enough room. Okay, there is! Never mind! Which is an easier maneuver to make here, as I say. Just be wary of the rats and whatnot, and not to stand too close to the blades and everything. There is also, as I say, the next secret to get here as well. So in this area you can see yet another crate. However, there is an area above where the crate is, where we can go up here and pull up, where we will eventually find the Jade Dragon. However, I want to move carefully because it's right next to that fan. Seriously. So let's pick that one up. There we go. And indeed we get a bunch of Uzi ammo for it. Will probably come in very useful a bit later. So that being said, now it's just a case of doing a standing jump from here back down there, which shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words. But yeah. And then jump back. Well, no, I think I messed up the jump. But Lara's backflip seems to work here very well, in fact. So yeah, let's make our way back up, I guess. What I am doing, getting another flare. Yeah, I'm probably going to run out of torches at this rate, but I don't care. So walk to the edge and backflip, so yeah. So we've already been up that way. So that leaves that crate there. And a door, which we will need to open anyway. So let's pull this out of the way first. And let's see what's behind the crate. Indeed, it is a switch that will open the way back to the dressing room, which is very good. And then what we want to do with this crate is push it all the way into the area where we were earlier. Yep, that's what we're doing. So let's get Lara behind this crate again. Indeed, push it. Really good. And indeed, this takes a fair few pushes with Lara, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's going to most definitely be a thing with Lara. Now, she can only push it so far. Remember the elevated block we saw? Yeah, but we kind of need it anyway. So next, what we want to do is move the other crate on top of this one and go up, basically, because there's no way back up otherwise. So yeah. So I guess there is a bit of puzzle solving. Maybe not as big as in Tomb Raider 1, but it's there at least in Tomb Raider 2. However, we still need to make our way back up, and I completely fucked that one up because I was supposed to push it onto the thing, not that when you think of it, it isn't immediately obvious, but yeah, it is. So, indeed, get behind that one and push the thing out of the way. And indeed, with that, we can go straight up from there. And the best way is from the, probably the only way is from the elevated block here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm looking around. There's nothing else in this dressing room. Unless Lara wants to start dressing for the opera instead of her usual adventurer clothes. Anyway, yeah, I'll equip the Uzis, just in case there's another goon. And there is another one with a club. Down you go, mate. And yeah, let's go through here then. And down this way. Is there another goon? Well, you probably hear their footsteps, so definite yes, I'd say. However, there's still the way of getting back up. And that's not going to be easy, of course. Seriously. To the point where I'm having to save here multiple times, but yeah, that's the thing. And that door's locked, so we can't go through there. Now I'm just going back to the dressing room. What the hell? What the hell am I doing? Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. So, without that being said, let's actually skip to where I do go where I want to go. I think. Right, so we have a lift there, dead end there, and what else? Well, we can go back up here. In fact, that will take us back to the stage area, at least, of the opera house. So, yeah. Which we'll need to do anyway to fit the circuit box. Don't know what I'm doing with my pistols here, but whatever. What am I trying to shoot? More of the rats? Probably. Too many of them already here. So yeah, I'm stuck. And is there any way back up to the top? Because that's where we need to go. Up to the top. Am I reloading? No, I'm saving. Okay, good. Probably because I did not mean to lose half my health, but whatever. I think I'm going the wrong way, though. Seriously. Okay, so I don't want to fall down. That guy has something, seriously. Or there's something that one of the goons left, which is, I think those M16 ammo. Anyway, where we want to go is over here to this door, where this will lead us back to the area with the boulders. I was going to say, but Lara fucked up the jump. Seriously, what are you doing, Lara? You're supposed to face towards the door, not away from it. Anyway, M16 for this, blah, blah, blah. And, indeed, let's go over this way. And, what now? There is no one there, Lara! Stop being... Oh, wait, no. Well, anyway, this is where we actually use the key we got in the fan, or the ventilation shaft, shall we say, with all those fans. That will open the door, at least, and allow us to jump through. So, yeah, that is most certainly the case. It will allow us to jump through, so do so. And indeed, back into this room with the boulders and everything. Now, where I want to go is up here. Absolutely. And back up to where the thing is. We may need to close that door, however, because it will lead us back into the area back into the stage area, which we do not want to do immediately. Oh no, so indeed, close that door, and then let's jump right onto the thing there. Very good. And climb up, of course. Back up to the circuit box, which is right next to that switch we used. Indeed, place the circuit board. And then go around, I guess. That's not going to be easy, mind, but has to be done. Pull that switch, Lara. And, okay, that didn't do anything. Maybe I'm pulling the wrong switch. Maybe it's the one on the left. Okay, well, fucking up is not a great thing. Maybe it did do something. I don't know. I'm the idiot here. But anyway, yeah. Basically, we're backtracking it yet again. Near the stage, we will have some more thugs waiting for us. One guy with a club there. Again, we'll just use these on him. Pretty easy kill, really. And there we go. Actually, that was a guy with a gun, not a club. He has some shotgun shells. Be wary of any falling bags or whatnot from above, such as there. And narrowly avoided that one. And seemingly pulling the switch up top, shall we say, has allowed us to get into this room. Yeah, one of them has a small medipack, which at least allows us to preserve our health a bit more. Just be careful when stepping back here, because there are some... there is that trap door, of course. And seemingly we're now backstage. So indeed, I will save. And let's explore this area, shall we? Yeah, because this is kind of huge for the soaring stuff here behind the stage. This smaller box is movable at least. So let's move it out of the way and see what's underneath. Although we'll have to jump on top of it. Oh! We can just move it back here. That might work. And indeed, pull up again. And roll and go around the other side. And what's in this room? Seems like another switch. Which, yeah, that's going to be weird. But whatever, pull it. And what did that do? We did not get a vision there, did we? No, we did not. So, yeah. Let's go back then and see what that thing opened. Well, it must have opened something. I'm going to hazard a guess it opened the thing high above. So, yeah. Why am I going up here? The exit isn't this way, is it? No, it isn't. The exit was back towards the stage. And the stage was back this way. No, nothing there. Is there anything up here? Seriously? To the point where I'm needing to use another flare here, seriously. Another victim of the remix, dare I say, changes. Seriously, it's a lot darker in here. Yeah, lighting was a thing in Tomb Raider 2, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't nearly as good as off-putting, shall we say, as this. Now, what's down there? I don't know, I'm not going to care, I'm going to walk right over this way, past the wooden gap here, and towards where I want to go. And I think I hear another goon walking about, but don't quote me on that. Down here is seemingly a closed door, which we cannot open. Otherwise, Lara will just run in place, and you don't know how much I hate that. So yeah, what am I missing? Plenty, probably, but I'm not gonna say. So there is an area down here. Where will this take me? Well, it might take me to that other switch. Let's see. Dead end. Well, you know I don't like dead ends in gaming, so yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to find that switch. Leave it out completely and go to the bit where I did open the door. Yeah, because that might be a bit easier. I don't know. Seriously, because there's a whole room over there with a swinging bag there as well, which I did not see there. So indeed, let's jump over to the room with the giant swinging bag. Yes, we're going there. It's not going to be easy to get past said bag, but yeah. There's a switch down here, which must have done something, but I didn't see what happened. So yeah, again save. I'm going to be annoyed at this when I do this, but whatever. So jump back, Lara. Oh, do a standing jump. I did not mean to lose that much of her health, but I'm glad I did save now. Right, so that was not good. Get out of the way. And now there are swinging crates as well here, which is not great. A grenade launcher with only that many rounds, no thanks. So this area is full of Bartoli's goons here, so be careful. Indeed, we also have this big guy with 2 guns, and a couple of dogs wishing to bite Lara's ass. Here's the thing though, the health of the bosses, and mini-bosses for that matter, seems to go away there. No, I cannot deal with this much health, seriously. I'm down to very low health and I don't have any medipacks on me. Seriously. Does he have any? Well, no, he has a few grenade rounds, but nothing much else. Seriously, that was one tough fight. And there are probably more goons lying about here, so be careful. But anyway, the next thing we want to do is open our way out, which will lead to... Okay, fine, I'm restarting. I was saying, we want to open our exit. So, that being said, let's go up here. And be wary of the swinging boxes, of course. And find a switch that will open the way out. Seriously, because this is going to be a pain. I mean, it would have been hard to get through here with very low health anyway, but yeah. I swear, the PS1 version, I don't remember that dual pistol wielding goon showing up that early, seriously, but he did here. Seriously. The easiest way to avoid the swinging boxes is to just to go to one side of them, if you can. Not easy, but it can be done. As you can see, I have 0 medipacks. Oh, that's going to be a problem for the next level. Probably the most infamous one in the game for me, other than maybe the Barkhang Monastery, but we'll see. We'll see. On the ground suddenly, because I cannot be asked anymore. This guy at least has, seemingly this was another guy with a gun, at least he had a medipack on him. Well, that would have helped, but there you go. There's Bartoli's brother lying on the ground. Not that he has a brother or anything, but yeah. The other thing you have to be careful of is, of course, any bad guys lurking about. Yes, there are some. You did see that guy with the... that guy with the guns earlier. Excuse me. But that being said, jump over here, and let's see. Just doing the same thing I did last time, but with a bit more finesse, I guess. Anyway, ignore the dog, let's go on. I know that there's one outside, not here. One that won't stop barking at nausea, more so than my own dog. But never mind. Right. Jump, and down you go. Now here I want to jump ahead. Well, no, Lara can't jump around corners, so yeah, there's a bit jutting out there. And then make our way over to here, where you can see a button that will open the exit. Indeed, we will see Marco's very own airship further back, but yeah. And drop down, and we can go through here now. Seriously. Well, I'm using the automatics. I mean, I don't have that much ammo on the moment anyway, but there you go. And indeed, why am I shooting them? Seriously, there are no enemies here. And there's our exit onto Marco's plane.
But it's not quite the same now, is it?
Someday you will get a speeding ticket for that tongue, Fabio.
Hey, it's just a gut feeling that maybe you are wrong to look there.
Is your belief so fragile? Relax. Breathe deep. The gut, Fabio. It's no more direction than a simple through and out. When my father left when I was a boy, he confided to me that he was enlightened, beckoned by something greater than impulse. He possessed the Seraph. But he was just a disciple in this design. His death, plotting a path to be sought by the One, his son. You understand? Have faith, Fabio. Not gut-rot. We are searching the right place.
I know it. I believe it, Marco.
Good. Heroes, have you fixed that rail yet?
See!